You're watching NBA Now here on Chat Sports. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Lots of stuff to get into, including, are the Rockets going to blow it up? We'll talk about that in just a few minutes. But first, we got NBA jerseys on sale, 25% off. This is the best price we've had in a while. A lot of these jerseys are just $82.49, so take advantage of this deal while they're available. Chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Wanted to inform you of this before we get into today's show. 25% off. That link will be in the comments, and it'll be in the description. So Mike D'Antoni is out in Houston, not because the Rockets fired him, because his contract ran out and he informed the team he's moving on. Now, that doesn't mean that Houston would have necessarily retained him. There was a lot of rumors surrounding the future of this franchise. More on the Rockets in a little bit. I want to focus first on D'Antoni here, as he has no plans to retire. Released a statement basically thanking the organization for a great 4 years. And this is a coach who's one of the most innovative offensive basketball minds in the history of the NBA, and now what is his next step? He's been with 5 organizations, really 4. The Nuggets, which is part of that shortened season back in 98 and 98 or 99. Obviously, he was great with Phoenix. He was pretty good with the Rockets, and Knicks, Lakers, not so much. But he knows how to score points. He knows how to lead an offense. Hadn't won a championship, but he is a guy that will be coveted on the open market. He's already being connected to several of the openings as of now, and quite frankly, I think it was time for the Rockets and D'Antoni to split. Here are some of the openings right now. Haven't heard anything on the Bulls front. I don't think that's the job he wants. That's more of a rebuild. He wants a roster that's more in place to win. So think Pelicans or 76ers. I think those are the 2 teams that make the most sense. The Pelicans are a roster built with youth and athleticism that can run and gun if Zion Williamson can stay healthy. Philadelphia, Ben Simmons, great in space. Not sure Joel Embiid fits what they want to do. Maybe they trade Embiid, get some pieces D'Antoni likes, and they hire him. I know that they are interested. So I think New Orleans or Philadelphia make the most sense, but those are the 4 openings right now. Where will Mike D'Antoni coach next season? I want you guys to predict it right now in the comment section. We'll go ahead and pin this comment on or this question on today's video. So if you want to reply to this, scroll on down. You can answer right there. Where will D'Antoni coach next season? Houston, I think we've got a problem because, A, your head coach just bounced, which maybe that's not the end of the world. Maybe it's time for a rebuild, but maybe it's kind of the first step in admitting that it is time to rebuild, right? Like Darryl Morey is a general manager who has tried to make this work. He has made 73 trades since taking over as the Rockets GM in 2007. That is a ton, as the Rockets have tried to win. They had their chance a few years ago, and Chris Paul gets hurt in the playoffs. Now you got James Harden saying we're a piece away. How long have they been a piece away? They were a piece away, and then they traded for Chris Paul and couldn't get it done. They were a piece away. They traded for Russell Westbrook. They get basically swept in the second round, 4 straight losses. Now you don't have Mike D'Antoni. Reportedly, they're going to consider Tyronn Lue. That doesn't excite me. And by the way, the salary cap, that's a problem as well. Now, Russell Westbrook and James Harden are one of the more exciting, explosive duos in the NBA. But there is a lot of evidence now, especially with Westbrook, I would say, that this is not a winning combination. They're going to put up points. They're exciting to watch. They're a league pass team. But do you trust them in the playoffs? I don't. And now you've got this issue of, okay, James Harden says we're a piece away. How are you going to get a piece? Look at these contracts. Like, you owe these 2 guys over $41 million per season over the next 3 years. Player option that 3rd year there, but you think Russell Westbrook's opting out of $47 million in 3 years when he's going to be like 35 years old? Hell no. Like, this is a problem for Houston. You don't have draft assets. You don't have any money. How are you going to improve? How are you going to bring in a 3rd piece in here to help this team get to that next level? The reality is this team had an excellent year a couple of years ago, and your number 2 guy got hurt and you lost to the Warriors. It sucks, but that's reality. You got to face it, and I think it's time to maybe look forward here. Like, this is not a title contending lineup. Like Westbrook and Harden, they're going to average about 60 points combined. PJ Tucker is a good defensive piece, but by the way, while that starting 5 is pretty good on paper, A, I'm not convinced small ball works in the playoffs. And B, where's the depth? I'm not even showing the bench because there isn't one. Sure, you got Eric Gordon as an ideal sixth-man type, but he's about it. There's just not enough high-level pieces on this roster. Now your head coach is left. Do you stick to the small ball? They say they're going to, but I just don't see how this team bridges the gap between themselves and the Lakers, the Clippers, and the top teams in the Western Conference. So is it time to blow it up in Houston? Type Y for yes, type N for no. I think it is. I think you trade Westbrook or Harden. Quite frankly, you may want to try and trade both and get some of your draft capital back because you basically don't have any right now. So let me know. Y for yes, N for no. Is it time to blow things up in Houston? All right, NBA fans, we need more NBA subscribers. We were closing the gap here on Chat Sports. Then NFL Week 1 happened. Just got a bunch of fresh new NFL subscribers, and we got to catch back up. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We continue to pick up our coverage here. Free agency, who knows when it's going to happen. I promise you this, we're going to be going live a bunch. We'll have a lot of coverage leading up into free agency, top free agents, what's happening, what's the buzz, trade rumors, draft coverage. The draft just got pushed back to November 18th. That means more mock drafts for you guys. Got to subscribe if you want to see all of those videos when they go up on the channel. All right, Lonzo Ball has signed a new agent. He's with Clutch Sports, as is everybody else. Hey, Laker fans, he's coming back. Just kidding. That's not going to happen. What this honestly tells me, though, is I think he continues to distance himself from the insanity that is his dad, LeVar Ball. He's making his own decisions, which I actually think is a very, very good thing. It's smart to sign Rich Paul when you're eligible for a contract extension, which is what Lonzo Ball is eligible for. Here's what he had to say. I wanted to lead my career picking my own representation just solely as my decision. That's a shot at LeVar. Was step one in that process. For me, it was an easy call, and it was the right time to make that call. Now, Lonzo, to me, looked disinterested in the bubble, which is a little discouraging, but he had this to say about next year. Once we get in the playoffs, we take it one game at a time. For myself, I think most improved player is definitely something I can get next year. So I thought he did take steps forward this year. His bubble numbers were really bad. Didn't shoot the ball well. But overall as a season, it was the best of his career. 37.5% from three was by far his best shooting season from the outside. 7 assists per game is a good number for Lonzo Ball. He's slowly getting better. You add Rich Paul as your agent. The Pelicans are a trendy team. If guys like him and Zion and Brandon Ingram can stay healthy and stay together. B.I. obviously a restricted free agent this offseason. We'll see what happens there. But Lonzo is clearly looking to cash in by signing with Clutch Sports. Will the Pelicans be a playoff team next season? 1 for yes, 2 for no. If Zion was healthy the whole year, they might have gotten there this year. They were in the mix as they got invited to the bubble. Didn't quite get there, but let me know. 1 for yes or 2 for no. Wanted to remind you guys one more time, we got these jerseys on sale for 25% off. $82.49 is the best price we've had in a while. You go to that link, chatsports.com/NBA jerseys. Not every single jersey is on sale, but a good chunk of them are. I highly recommend you take advantage of this deal. Will not last forever. Like I said, that price, it's the best we've been able to offer in a long time. All right, let's catch you guys up on the playoffs real quick before we sign off. The Nuggets force a Game 7 last night. One of the quieter things in sports yesterday because everybody was fired up for the NFL being back. Denver erases a 19-point deficit to win by 13. What in the hell is going on with the Clippers these past 2 games? They can't close this series out. And hey, while the Clippers are favorites here, Game 7, all bets are off. I don't care who's involved. So who you got? Type LAC, type DEN. Let me know who you're picking in Game 7. I'm still going to favor the Clippers, but who knows, man? All the pressure is on LA. And Nikola Jokic even said that after the game. It's like, look, the pressure's on them. They were up 3-1. They're the better team. We're just going to keep playing our game. So let's see what happens here in Game 7, which is going to be tomorrow night, Tuesday night, 9 o'clock Eastern time. Down in the bubble in Orlando. That's going to be the late game. Of course, we also have Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, 6:40 p.m. Eastern Time tomorrow night. Doubleheader on Tuesday night as the Eastern Conference Finals get going. The Lakers are just hanging out. They're loving what's happening in that Nuggets-Clippers series. We'll see what happens there. We'll see what happens in the Eastern Conference Finals. Make sure you're subscribed, like the video. We'll see you next time.